Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's installment of La Théâtre de Phénix, the most acclaimed and acknowledged online ensemble theatre company on Twitch, as we continue our epic literary journey in tackling the Ace Attorney games, classic pieces of literature. I've assembled the most available talent in all of theatre and comedy to perform this for you, and where we left off, we were in the trial segment of Farewell, My Turnabout. Now, the Jammin' Ninja has been killed. And the top suspect is the Nickel Samurai. There's also a lot of other stuff going on. When we return to the courtroom setting, here's your content warning, by the way. When we go back to the courtroom setting, we are in the middle of interrogating Adrian Andrews, the assistant manager to our primary suspect, Matt Ongard, our client, who Phénix is defending. So let's jump straight back into it. Enjoy yourselves. This is the company of La Théâtre de Phénix presents Farewell, My Turnabout. Enjoy.
The reason the victim bought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was... Sorry, just took a 2-week gap. Here.
What is this?
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special orange press conference, which I have in this piece of paper here.
A press conference?
Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to orangely confess something at the conference.
I heard about this as well. I also know things. For once, you're not making something up, right?
I heard it before you, Edgeworth.
Oh, yeah, well, I heard it doubly before you, so there.
Yeah, well, I heard it triply before.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, one. But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Ngade himself said he had no orange idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. ...
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that can only mean one thing, : the conference was set up, slam, by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself. I know.
The victim?
Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Corrida was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Orange Samurai. Point.
Oh my God, what a revelation. I've never heard
Oh
of
my
that.
God, it's crazy.
Oh my goodness!
Order! Hammer! He was going to dress up as a Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to orangely reveal at that conference. Could have been anything.
The Nickel Samurai was going to orangely confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself in orange.
Which means that Juan Corrida, posing as the Nickel Samurai, slam, was going to speak about Matt Ngade.
Yes, I guess that is what it would mean.
You're a judge.
Yes.
But if that's the case...
That's not a confession. That's public disclosure. Oh my God,
I
he
don't
actually
believe it.
used the
Public
word.
disclosure.
My goodness, amazing!
Miss Andrews?
Oh.
I can see. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
The room got
You're
suddenly
unmuted,
really
Miss
quiet.
Andrews.
And I can see why you're a pros at what you do.
Not pros at sound engineering, though.
No.
Pardon me, but I'm the judge. Only I can pardon myself.
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Oh,
my
I could
God,
never
this-
set up a press
wow.
conference. I wouldn't know what to do.
Scandal.
Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
You!
Yes, I just said that. Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year.
Let's just take a couple of seconds to register that sentence you just said.
Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year.
Cool. That's an actual sentence you said.
Yeah. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure that Matt was orangely going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway.
Don't say anything, Mia.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful and orange that it would destroy Matt's orange acting career had it been revealed.
I know a thing or two about hiding secrets, right? Right?
Steady. What?
Oh my God, I think...
Oh my goodness,
Christ,
this is
I've
better than
dropped my
Poirot.
croissant.
Hammer! And do you know what the secret of Mr. Unguard's is, Miss Andrews? ...
That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
Ah! I see.
What the hell was that noise he just made?
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone.
You think?
I am ill. That is to be expected.
Is she the witness?
I'm trying to protect Matt, after all.
Protect Mr. Ungard, eh? Jesus.
Hammer! And yet, again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. I've never been in a courtroom before. Miss Andrews, if you could please tell us the truth about your behavior.
I think he's gunning for an extra in Hogwarts or something. I don't know.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
Oof. Oof.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him.
This does account for everything.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, I am the logical type.
Steady.
How cool is this? Bloody hell.
We're finally seeing her true self.
Really? Right out of the gate. Right out of the gate with that.
Hey, she started it. She is more nervous than a scared rabbit.
And
Why-
they are nervous.
They are nervous.
What do they do when rabbits are nervous? Do they shake?
It's also...
They have children.
What's that? Sorry, Judge?
I think they breed. If there are no objections, I feel that I can pass a verdict based on this testimony. Now then, Mr. Wright, if you please.
Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again.
It's all right, sir. Just tell them to stop the count.
For Christ, let's say that again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down.
Whoa.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course.
Hold
and
it, Slam. You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. It's a knife. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage. You thought of that?
Well, then, what about the button?
Oh shit, the button. The button?
Why do I have to repeat myself all the time? It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and the murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
Never gets
Yes, the
easier saying
Jammin'
that.
Ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
His finger is on the button. World, the time has come.
Nice, Gary.
That button was found in the pleats of Matt's Hakama, isn't that correct?
Thanks, Hakama.
I would think that makes it very decisive evidence.
Looks like you are outfoxed again, Mr. Right.
Why did you say it like you were referencing something someone else has stated? Nobody's mentioned foxes until now.
Yeah, I don't know though, because this is my first time, so I thought maybe it's a reference.
No.
Right. Fishing about.
And anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Point. Please fix your testimony.
Oh,
Thank you.
good on you for saying please, sir.
I'll try and be polite, Gary.
Can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
Stop the count.
Sir, I've got some terrible news about the Four Seasons booking we had for after this.
Well, what's wrong, Gary?
I'll tell you later.
Ah. We are going to the pawn shop afterwards, though, are we? Sorry, Mia. Hello. Sorry.
I'm
Well,
just
meant to hear
saying.
that. Thank goodness
Waiting
Mia
for
can
you
still
guys
look at
again.
me.
Ahem. With an icy stare. Yes.
These ices.
Yeah.
Power! Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony.
And somebody tell the judge it's called a gavel.
That button was torn off Juan with his fight with Matt.
Lovely. You hold that thought. I'm just going to find some evidence in me evidence. Bang.
I can't hold it, it's an abstract concept.
There you go. Objection. This is the victim's autopsy report, the thing I'm tapping right here. It clearly states that the cause of death was orange strangulation by a scarf.
That is oddly specific.
Mm.
Strangulation?
The knife stab to the victim was done orangely after the victim had already died. What?
What does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood in it. You know, this one I'm holding between my index finger and the thumb.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't
There
be
you go.
smushing it there.
You got any Dettol wipes, Gary? There you are. Which would mean that it was ripped off the costume. When?
After the knife was stabbed into the victim, just like my heart has been stabbed over and over again. My
Careful, Edgeworth.
emotions. My emotions.
Wait until after the court proceedings. That's what you call them. Exactly, which means big definitive slam. It is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle. Because the victim was strangled to orange death in that fight. Ah, indeed. That's right, Ms. Andrews. There is no way this button, the one I'm holding right here, was ripped off during the struggle. Oh, jeez, I picked it up again. May you want more Dettol wipes, Gary? Thank you. This button was consciously pulled off the victim's already dead body. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Where the hell is he getting all this evidence from?
Order! What?
What is the meaning of this, right? So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim had already died? What does that change?
Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth.
I told you not to call me Mr. Edgeworth when there are other people around.
What are you doing after this? And also, why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve? I'm going to ask 2 questions.
What purpose? Well, it's a small aquatic mammal.
It is. But we now know this button was not torn off during the fight. So, the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in orange mind, wouldn't it?
You were orange on my mind.
You were orange on my mind.
Mr. Wright, does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it?
It's one of 3 options. What could it be? It's going to be this one. There is only one logical reason for doing something like that.
All right, steady, sir, because you've said that a couple of times and it never leads anywhere good.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Okay, fingers crossed.
It was to pin the crime on Mr. Ungarde.
Boo! That's a terrible pun.
I'm really pleased with that pun.
Is there a pun there?
There is no way anyone would put a bloodied button in their own pants.
I beg to differ.
Not touching
What's
it.
that in your pants? Oh, God. That's right. Mr. Ungarde was set up by the real killer, of course.
They should get this on Disney.
John
Plus.
of...
Oh my goodness. This is better than anything I've seen on
Nice.
live TV.
Real murder is... Wait, no, the real murderer. The real murder is...
Translation.
Well,
Judge is really good.
who in the world is a real killer then?
Turn the lights off, Gary. Cheers. Finally. I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point.
I can't believe it either.
Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end.
Do you need oxygen or something? Because you sound very out of breath.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just excited for the trial.
The real killer, the person who planned to frame Mr. Ungarde is... I've got a photo of them just to make it very clear. Here we go, this person. Big
Take
slam.
it to the end.
Ms. Adrian Andrews. I choose you.
What am I, a
are-
Pokemon?
You are Mr. Karida's killer.
Strange phrasing, sir.
Gary, it sounded weird coming out.
What?
Christ.
She chooses her for what?
I can't...
I'm going to hit this thing. Order, 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 Mr. Wright. This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge? Or is it just a hunch?
It's a good question. Any evidence? Fuck. Slam. All of the evidence points to Miss Andrews.
Oh no.
Fuck it.
Oh, no.
Gary.
Stand back, everyone. Stand back.
Go big or go home.
He's going full Pacino. It's happened. It's finally happened. He's going full Pacino.
All of it.
What? How preposterous! You can't stick any of that on me.
Hey, I can't, can I? Would you care to test me?
I'm writing that down.
Anybody else have questions about why the autopsy wasn't provided before the court was in session? What about this knife?
No, we've got no questions. Here, on this paper, the knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. Which is a bit odd. So it was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. Ungarde. Naturally, of course. A knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his orange room. That's right, and the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you.
Why are you pronouncing Kanife all funny?
That's true, Gary.
How many pairs of glasses does she have under there?
Then, what about the button that was found in Matt's coma?
Thanks, Hakama.
Hakuna Hakana.
This button, the one I'm holding right here, was removed from the victim's body orangely after he had already died.
I told you to stop handling
again.
that button.
Jesus,
You're not
quite
getting a wipe, mate. You're not getting a wipe.
No, oh. But we're sponsored by Dettol this session. Hang on, the only people who could have done so were the person who found his orange body or the orange killer. However, if Mr. Ongade was the real killer, Slam, there is no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama.
Ugh.
That's pair of glasses number 4 for those keeping track at home.
The only person who could have put this button, the one I'm holding right here, into Mr. Ongade's Hakama is the person who went to wake him from his nap, which is you yet again, Miss Andrews.
I see. What about this empty guitar case? Who stole the guitar?
Link, that is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews, which I'm going to think of the reason right now. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. So Gary drew up this picture so we can all imagine we were there.
I'm busy,
Now,
Sarah. I'm dropping some fat beats.
oh, thank you. Who could have known that there was just such a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And the person is you, Ms. Adrian Andrews.
No,
Objection. But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
That's right.
I know I'm right. I'm fucking awesome.
I'm right. Nod. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she was touched... Hang on. Jesus. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So, to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. Maybe a Dettol wipe. Slam. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Remember that, everyone, from 2 weeks ago? Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints all over that glass to show that, yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer, because we all know the classic dazed discoverer
It's a
of
common
a
trope.
dead body. It is a common trope. Number 5, and to top it all off, there is this photo. I'm just going to pass that round. Everyone's going to see.
A photo of her doing the thing.
Oh,
A photo of the killer as they exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on earth can believe this nickel samurai is Mr. Ongade.
Objection. What about people on Mars? I motion to move this trial to Mars immediately.
motion decline.
He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him.
Are we back to the short thing already, sir?
The short people.
Speaking of how tall people are,
I told you I'm such height. He is a sculpted height.
Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not?
Oh, Jesus.
for the last time, I am 5'9". But please stop.
Whoa.
Sam, well, how about it, Miss Andrews? Bet you wish you had sleeves now.
Yeah, it is kind of cold in here.
I've got her this time,
Would you say that like a robot? ...
Miss Andrews. ...
I refuse to testify.
Well done, sir. You've successfully mentally broken a woman with mental health problems. I hope you feel very proud of yourself.
High five, Gary?
Nope.
No? All right,
No
then.
high five.
Fair enough. I'll keep this hand to myself. This, what was that?
There is a law.
It'll be the first law mentioned in this fucking courtroom, I tell you that much.
You're lucky someone knows them. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
I think she's referring
Christ,
to
she's right. It's
my
right
goodness,
here
I think
in
she's right.
the
Just
manual.
What's law?
Murderer? Well, yes. You are absolutely correct, Mrs. Andrews. If you're the killer, you should not testify. The law does not provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination.
Sarah, I think they're trying to make the Bill of Rights canon in this universe.
Christ.
If by allowing a witness to not testify, if the testimony can cause damage to themselves...
What?
You're a fucking lawyer.
Pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot.
That's right, folks. You heard it here. Pleading the Fifth Amendment. We're in America. Remember that. Somebody write that down. This is set in America.
My accent has been...
Actually, are we in America? I mean, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. Ongarde's room. Give me 2 secs, everyone.
Adrian Andros.
Jesus, Francesca, you've changed.
You sound different. Yes?
Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Mwah! Bats.
All right. That really startled me.
What a flashback. That's it. That's when Francesca planted this orange idea into her head.
Or Francisca.
She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things look bad.
You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. But there is still one thing you have not done.
Something I haven't done.
Yeah.
Don't walk into it. Don't.
This thing long and hard.
Something you
and
haven't done, eh, right? Over here. What's wrong, right? Are you finished already? Ran out of evidence? If you couldn't tell, I'm being sarcastic.
I can tell. Even from the other side of the courtroom, I can tell.
What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth? I wish to laugh.
I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But just think about the phrase 4 seasons total landscaping. It'll make you giggle. But also, everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless.
I'm a good lawyer. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Sarcastic.
And what?
Sarcastic! Everything you have proven is circumstantial!
Circumstantial? What does that mean?
Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Am I saying that right?
I see you throwing the fingers at me behind that piece of paper.
Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Corrida!
Oh, Christ.
Oh my goodness, this is better than anything I've seen on
You
BBC.
destroy this button. Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Corina?
I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering, like I already said.
Just say no, Miss Andrews. Just say no. You don't want to kill him. Miss Andrews, if you do that, it will be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
Maybe so, or maybe not. There is nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
Murder.
No! Shit! She's taken that defiant attitude again.
Yeah, God forbid a woman has confidence in your presence,
Oh
sir.
no! Mina, what should we do?
They all come crawling back. Well, somehow we've landed in the worst possible situation. But that's not always that bad.
I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify.
She's refused to come up in the spot looking extra fly.
And the defense's theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid, definitive proof.
But no, that's not true. We had the button.
Strong legal argument, sir.
In this situation, there's only one thing this court can do. And that is to declare a recess.
Race you to the swings, asshole.
Great TV show.
What if I get there first? Recess?
I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. And at tomorrow's trial...
Tomorrow? I've got plans. I'm going to the dry ski slope. We don't have a tomorrow.
You know something I don't?
If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Hang on, hold it, please wait. Your Honour, that's not necessary.
Oh.
The trial. Please continue the trial.
What are you sweating for? Think it'll throw me off? Well, you're right. Damn you! Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he?
That's not it. This isn't about that. You should know, Edgeworth. Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is, you silly bastard.
But how do I know that you know that I know who the real killer is?
Well, how do you know that I know that you know that I know? Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, then Maya...
She was the only one of your law firm I could tolerate.
Dinhammer. Right, is it impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify? Testify? Now then, this court is...
Objection!
This court is objection.
It is not impossible for this trial to continue. ...
Mr. Edgeworth? What are you?
Being a goddamn hunk of a hero.
Yes, he is.
It's true Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony.
Yes, but that is very true, but...
Actually, there is one little thing I am curious about.
What is it?
Miss Andrews, when you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice. Now, if you're out here getting loose, you can't blame it on the juice.
Yes, and it ain't my fault that I'm out here making loose.
I can't help but think how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they are shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice.
Can shake juice.
So my actions were unusual, but I've already...
Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect.
testify?
Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness.
Oh my goodness, he's right.
William!
I wanted a recess.
I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him. Maybe you can do better, Phénix.
Here's $5, Mia. Buy yourself a clue.
Oh, Gary, so sassy today. Is he a friend or foe? I just don't know.
Not as clever as you think it is.
I thought it was really clever.
Thank you, Phénix.
The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please.
When I Found the Body, a TED Talk by Adrian and Andrews. That glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and I saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was just sitting, slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something. So I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over. And there was that whole thing with the guitar case that we already talked about maybe 2 weeks ago.
So you poured that glass of juice for the victim? Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
Why are you talking like an old sea captain?
Yeah, has my voice changed?
You're doing great.
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. I thought you people were smart.
Think again.
Phénix, please be careful here. She thinks you're smart. Don't ruin it. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left. ...
But there's something right. I know.
Oh my God.
I'm nailing this. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours, you sexy bastard?
Dearly beloved, we're here to celebrate the marriage between this lawyer and this lawyer. Yeah, snap out of it, Miles.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Thank you.
When I Found the Body. That glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and I saw that messy state, yada yada yada, ... And Juan, he was just sitting slumped over in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't even really cross my mind. And then I knocked over the flower vase.
Hang on, hold it.
And...
So, you honestly don't think he was dead when you found him?
No, not at all.
Fair play. Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body. Just going to show that to everyone. There you go.
God, that is graphic. Ah!
What is the meaning of this?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honour? It's a photo.
Oh, I thought I was looking into the past.
It's a representation of the past, but on a little A4 or A5 really piece of paper, and there is a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Karida's chest.
Interesting.
Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately, without a shadow of a doubt, thought that here was a dead man. I mean, look at him.
That's Gary. This music is not really helping.
Can't stop the beat.
See,
I doubt a single person in this world would mistake this for someone who fainted. Yes.
What about a mob?
And then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink? Who pours nonchalantly?
Courtroom 3, make some noise!
Your point is?
Miss Andrews. Your testimony just now, the one you just did just then, it was all one giant bloody lie.
I told you I didn't want to testify.
And your lie has proven one thing very clearly.
That she has more than 5 pairs of glasses under the...
That's one point. And that you are the real killer.
Dot. No!
Well, it looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light by looking into the past using a photograph. The defendant, Mr. Matongard, is not guilty after all.
But that's impossible. You're wrong.
Try to have some composure.
You're telling me to have composure?
Yes.
He's slowly turning into Michael Winner, sir.
Yes.
It is.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you.
Then who was it? Tell us.
But we caught her on the counter.
It wasn't me. It was Matt. I swear it. He's the one who killed Juan.
Well, if she swears it, that's pretty good.
But you were the one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself.
That's because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that might incriminate you?
I refuse to testify.
Oh my god, she refused to come
Why
up in
My
this
would
God,
she's
why
done the
would I
things
let
you
her
did
go home if she's
10
not gonna
minutes ago.
testify?
Then there is no need for this court to continue any further. Knock the building down! Mr. Madangard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last?
What's wrong, Phénix?
Usually.
You lose what?
Well, usually that, and usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt.
Yeah, it's really convenient.
Yeah, it really helps us out.
Pretty easy.
And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't done that. So it's
Whatever,
really,
or just in your legal career, sir?
it's really not just for sex here.
Phénix.
Hammer! Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Madangard.
Objection.
What?
Your Honor. The prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
Steady.
Whoa, why?
The reason
Why?
is quite simple.
Why?
Look at my nose. The witness
Why?
has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
The absolute real truth.
Oh my goodness, boyo.
Whoa, that's extreme.
William!
The absolute real truth doesn't exist. You can't handle the absolute real truth.
Witness, don't you understand yet?
I don't think any of us understand.
I
Boss.
don't know who planted this silly idea in your head. But as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt Ongard will go free. And in his place, you will become the guilty party!
Sounds like a cool party.
That's a lie. I don't believe you.
All right, Victor Meldrew. What?
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over and Matt would never be declared guilty.
What kind of Teutonic idiot told you that?
What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
It's Franziska von Karma.
Why are you blushing
Yeah.
when you say that name?
That hot, dangerous woman.
Huh? What are you on
What?
about?
What?
Oh,
I mean, sorry, I don't remember. Phoenix? What? Did I say something? Don't you remember, Phoenix?
I never remember anything.
Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another.
But pardon me.
Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the problematic alarm. If everybody could kindly make their way to the exits.
Did I say that?
Then, right now, Miss Andrews is...
That's right. Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss Von Karma. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Matt Ungarde will be acquitted, she said. Miss Andrews undyingly believed in those words right now and is clinging onto them.
like her arms. Then what should we do? I haven't got a bloody clue. Hang on,
Of course you don't.
This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this.
Is it?
Called a podium.
Gary, turn those lights up again. Look, but Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? I mean, she's standing there and we've done this case for a while now. And all we have to do now is to get her not guilty. I mean, that's my only priority.
Seems skewed, sir.
I have no fucking clue what I'm on about, Gary, half the time.
It wasn't me. I'm begging you, please believe me. I did not kill Juan.
She did not kill him. She did not. Oh, hi, Phoenix.
Gary, I love your references.
Help, please. Someone, help me. Could someone pass me my sweater? It's really cold.
Mr. Raweye!
Yeah, hello, Your Honour?
That's your honor to you. The court
All right.
can't fix me like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
Oh, well, I was going to have my lunch and then have a squash class. But hang on, what I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Yes, right. What do you
Gary.
intend to do?
What do you intend to do?
I think I feel like I just explained
Right.
a lot.
I suggest you think very... I'm just going to undo my top button. Very carefully about this.
Don't be distracted, Phoenix. Don't be distracted.
Think about what this witness did and what she did not do.
Don't let him get in your head, Phoenix.
And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
Ooh, who's the real mastermind? Well, isn't that obvious?
Don't say Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell is Megamind and you know it.
It's oh no, shit, he's Megamind. But there's no one else I could be. Hang on, let me say all that. Let me say those thoughts again. There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there, right? What was her name? That woman who's crying over
Don't let him
there.
get in your head, Phoenix. Don't let him get in your head.
Come, now! What will
Yes.
you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Ah!
Holy shit.
I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. I have to do it today, but I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that. She's dropped 5 glasses.
It's fine, Sarah. It'll probably rotate back around to one of the 5 other sprites.
Fair enough. Sam, Ms. Andrews, I would like to know what you're really hiding.
Mr. Wright! Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Not a
It is.
Sure, Mr. Angade would get an acquittal, but in this place, you would be found guilty through the court. Is this how you really want this trial to end? Really?
But be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth, the absolute truth.
You're wrong.
Oh, now I'm kind of bummed out.
Jesus, what have we done?
Look at my nose. Such a shame.
Bing. Dot. Dot. Dot.
I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However,
What? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm about to turn from beautiful cinnamon roll to problematic fav, that's what. Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my broad shoulders to disclose this to the court.
This is most irregular.
Stop.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Slam! This witness! How should I put this? She has an illness! Oh god, we're going there! Fuck!
Jesus,
Fuck.
Miles!
We're going there.
This is the guy you like, Phoenix?
What?
And
I did
because
like
of this, I kind of feel bad doing the voice. I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say that.
Oh. Seriously, Phoenix, you better take a nap.
Stop, please.
Yeah, Miles.
No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here. This is so wrong.
Stop. That's...
That's an envelope. And the second part of the suicide report. The attempted orange suicide report.
What will you do now, witness? The fuck am I doing?
Jesus,
You
Miles.
know what I'm
Why do you
about to
want
do,
that?
don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman. Jesus Christ!
Can we have that
Adrian,
recess now,
this
Judge?
is
Can
so
we have that
fucked up.
Christ, the secret of the codependent nature? Having other people know about it scares more than anything else in the world.
This is fucked, man.
Christ.
I should do something.
But please stop. I beg you. If people find out, I'll...
For some reason, I'm shrugging this off. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is no concern to me? What the fuck?
Oh, God.
Edgeworth, how can you be so fucking cold?
However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your breathing lips. No
Alright,
matter
okay,
what I
go
have
ahead
to
and-
do. So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me. I'm so sorry, everyone. ...
We can tell that fucking edgelord. Fucking piece of shit. ... I'll talk, but please help me and shut the fuck up. Nothing matters anymore. My Crime, a TED Talk by Adrian Andrews. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. I really did. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then, I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and I was returning back to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience.
Ah, you needed to poop.
And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume.
Stab the body with the knife? But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person.
The donkey. She tried to pin the blame on the donkey.
A classic game.
A certain cowardly man.
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, notoriously cowardly.
What do you mean by all of this?
Am I not being clear?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but this is the truth.
The real killer is Matt, that scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time.
Last time?
So, Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Wankarita, in the chest with the knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt Ongarde for the murder. Slam. And this is her crime! Oh my god.
What the fuck has
Oh my
happened?
god, that made no fucking sense.
That's still a crime.
I really like that she's got mint trousers.
How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
Rightio.
My crime. When I first saw him, I really thought he was...
Hang on, so sorry. Hold it. Slam. But you could tell from the state of the room was in that there must have been a fight. Surely you could have. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead?
He had a scarf tied around his neck. But that scarf is a part of the Jammin Ninja's costume. So, yes, the Jammin Ninja's costume. So I didn't think anything about it was strange.
He cut the mooning off!
He did. Not with the scarf, though. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice. And when I realized he was dead, that was when I...
So sorry, hold it. What is this plan you had?
Oh, now you're being deferent after you broke her down emotionally.
I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan... He was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world.
Oh, the
That's
weakest
good
weak
English,
point.
weakest weak point.
Weakest weak point.
You can attack a weakest weak point for massive damage, sir.
So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt.
So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the baton.
The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife. Once I made sure there was nobody in the hallway, I'm
Just gonna hold there. That was so you could get the knife, right? Correct?
Why are you talking like a stage manager, sir?
I've got the cans on.
The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. This is a reenactment I drew earlier.
Thank you.
Matt was napping with this costume on at the time.
This is really helpful, actually.
I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife, and then
Hold it. So, you were the one to stab the victim with that knife?
It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did.
You should never give yourself goosebumps unless it's a choose-your-own-adventure book.
Nah, that's funny.
But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then, when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I used the button somehow, I could make Matt look even more suspect.
So you thought to rip off one of the buttons and plant it in Mr. Ongarde's Hakama. Thanks, Hakama.
Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they?
No, they don't.
Just when I'd finished, I was returning to Matt's room. I was having a bit of
Hang on, hold
inconvenience,
it. An inconvenience.
I still think she
What's that
pooped
word
herself.
mean?
There's this thing called menstruation.
Right.
There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway.
I'm willing to bet my spikes. It was Lotta. And you know, Gary, I love my spikes. I've got a big collection of spikes.
There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
Oh, those spikes. That's Ms. Zolberger for you.
She was screaming rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat.
That's her.
I had already been caught, and I made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once. So I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again. And that's why I ended up using...
Hold it. You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you?
Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
How big's this costume?
And what is this secret?
That, I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's costume in the Nickel Samurai... let me try that again. I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful to not leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
Use the towel. Oh, Hammer! I think we've heard enough.
Finally!
So after that, you went back to Mr. Onguard's room, and you planted the button. I hope you wanted it.
Well, into Matt's Hakama, yes. Thanks, Hakama. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and I got rid of it.
My word! What does all this mean?
Mr. Edgeworth, is it?
Yes, but you can call me Carlisle Ravencastle, Dark Husband to the Midnight. That's my DeviantArt username.
I'm not going to call you that. The real criminal is Matt Onguard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk.
Francisca, huh?
Yes.
That silly Billy.
She said that I should under no circumstances confess to what I had done.
And she probably did it in a perfect facsimile of her voice.
That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found orangely guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words.
Easy, boys.
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful.
You think?
Even if he is the murderer, you shouldn't frame him. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer.
Slam. What? Wait, Your Honor.
Zip it, Twink.
Steady.
It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything.
Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. Hammer! Order to myself. The cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please, let it go, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, you need to be one with the wind and sky, sir.
That I do, Gary. Slam. But.
You'll never see me cry.
Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning.
Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately.
I don't mean detention, I want her in jail! Recess! That's good. Court's adjourned for today. Hammer! By Thor's hammer! I have become a chair. What he does when he's on break.
I'm just going to turn the lights off. He looks sad.
Christ, today's trial. It's over. I just got an email. Oh, I didn't win an acquittal.
He really does seem to be concerned about his thoughts. I should probably turn my WhatsApp notifications off. Witness, would you mind if I asked you something?
What is it?
Okay, first of all, I'm really sorry for how I acted. That is not cool in any way, shape, or form.
It really wasn't. It was not a good example to set.
Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now.
I'm not sure I owe you anything, Mr. Edgelord.
What exactly is it?
Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this.
I can't remember.
You did.
Oh.
It was after you were similarly shitty to me.
Right.
Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remembered just now. I found this in the room on that day.
The room?
That day?
Good film.
Yes. For God's... Just stop repeating everything I say. Dear God. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. I was lying there. I wasn't lying there. It was lying there right next to him.
You found that card? Hang on, next to the victim's body? You were lying there?
I suppose it must have unconsciously... Jesus Christ, you've
Pronouns.
really flustered me today. I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket.
I do it all the time.
But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right?
Oh, that truly unique card that you found at the scene of the murder that wasn't there before?
Yeah. I mean, surely it's not relevant, right?
Yeah, no, she's right, I guess not. But it's still a strange card, if you ask me. Not that anyone has. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why...
Hold it! Witness! That card! Give it to me! Hurry!
Edgeworth!
Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me the whole time!
I didn't mean to.
Oh, calm the fuck down, mate.
What the hell has happened to Edgeworth? Like, what is this all about?
Never seen him like this, Mia.
He's, like, lost it.
He really has. I've never seen such an emotional Edgeworth in my entire life.
How could this happen to me?
Wow, I think we need a medic.
I mean, there was that time he lost at bowling when we went to Lewisham Bowl that time, but this is worse. And that card? What in the world is it? And what does it mean?
Well, oh God, the green screen's gone crazy. Genuinely thought this was going to be a shorter first half, but as has been proven to me time and time again, these things go wrong all the time. We're going to take an intermission and we'll be right back with the second half of La Théâtre de Phénix. See you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody, to La Théâtre de Phénix. So the trial segment is over, and thank God for that. But now the investigation begins. If Adrian Andrews isn't the real murderer, but Phénix has to get Matt Ongarde acquitted, who is the killer of the Jammin' Ninja? More mysteries abound in our next investigative segment of Farewell, My Turnabout. Enjoy. March 22nd, 5:24 Pum, Wright & Co. Law Offices.
I haven't seen Co in a while. Oh,
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
oh, there, Pearls.
I can't take it anymore!
I went supersonic. Look. Oh, I'll be all right. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word, which is really nice of him and hasn't hurt Maya. I really cannot commend him enough. And he won't because Mr. Ongarde hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Oh, cheer up. Look, we don't have the time to stand around crying. We have to get going.
You're right.
I am.
Mystic Maya is in much more pain than I am.
Yes, that's right. So...
Hey, you guys, I'm glad I got you, pal.
You're just standing right in front of... Oh, there you are, Pearl.
Mr. Scruffy,
Oh, boy. Looks like Detective Gumshoe has been duped. Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now.
Dubbed, sir. Dubbed.
I don't know what I'm doing, Gary.
It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now. And I came to talk to you, pal.
Plain old Dick. But we're kind of busy right now, I thought. And think, oh, right, let's have a chat with him. What are we going to talk about? So, what are you going to do from now on?
What do you mean, pal?
Well, you've been fired, right? So, I mean, do you have a new job lined up yet? Look at the people at Lewisham Bowl.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me about a traumatic experience. What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in until my next payday.
What are you talking about? You don't have another payday.
I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal.
Say what?
You'll be searching for things that improve Mr. Engard's innocence all day, right?
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places.
You are.
And I'm great at making simple meals, pal. Frittata, omelets, chili con carne,
Nice.
cheese,
Don't stop.
toast.
Name 3 more things.
microwave meals,
Oh.
lentil soup, and sweet potato fries. I'll
Big-
take care of it all.
Big fan of spaghetti and sausages and toast.
Detective? Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. I'll keep jumping.
You do that, Pearls, and okay. By the way, what's your best dish?
Instant noodles, pal. And that's even better than the spinach puffs.
Oof. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? I'm going to shame people on
Because
that.
somebody won't eat my vegan meals.
Steady, Gary. I tried it once. I tried
was
the
a
stuffed
perfect-
pepper once.
It was a perfect mushroom curry risotto, and I was soundly rebuffed.
Soundly rebuff you again.
You also make a really great.
That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that.
He does, Pearls, you're right.
Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that was-
repeat
that was
it.
really
Yeah,
shitty.
great. Bring it
Yeah.
up again.
Vegan burger, Gary. Huh, he said that? That's
I'm glad you think so.
horrible.
Yeah, it really was.
But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. Which I don't think really makes sense as a means to an end argument, but
You
there
know,
you go.
I agree with you, Dick. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself. But I still think there is something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. Because it was very nasty.
You mean about that thing, pal?
Oh, no, sorry. Zip. Ah, why was she... That was a terrible joke, Dick. I'm going to move on from
I'm
that.
writing it down.
Oh, Gary, don't.
Yeah, I'm writing
That
it
was-
down.
I'm tired and hungry.
Well, if you ate the
Don't worry.
risotto.
Don't worry about it, pals. Don't worry. I made a crude joke that's really unfunny. Why would she want... It's not even that... Well, no, I mean almost need to frame Mr. Ngade. I couldn't figure that out from anything
Oh,
she
broke
said. all
Scott
the-
this week. Yeah!
Scott, you've been doing this for 29 episodes.
Long episodes. I couldn't figure out yet.
Then, you're saying that testimony was a lie?
No, not a lie per se. To do French classes at the adult centre. It's going quite well. Adult education centre. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Oeuvres. Or is that egg? I don't know. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe.
Happened, Mr. Nick? That's such a dirty trick.
Innit?
I'll keep looking mean. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that.
Yeah, but she disappeared in a cloud of bats. That's canon now.
Francesca von Karma. That was her name. Speaking of Ms. von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Condition? What do I mean by that? Wasn't she shot? Yeah, wasn't she shot this morning?
Well, 2 weeks ago.
That condition.
Mrs. Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal. But
Hang on, the pistol shot her, or was it you? Hang on, but
it was a pistol holding a pistol, pal. I don't make the rules.
So meta, but hang on. She's gonna be fine, yeah? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in a stable condition, but I don't really know what that
could mean they
means.
shot her
A
in the head
stable
like a horse.
condition. A stable condition just means that someone's put 3 toy horses in her ass.
Right. Oh dear.
Well, she was shot in the shoulder. So,
You're right, Dick.
get it together. Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and she's hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, and at least 2 of the horses. So she's
Right.
probably resting at hospital.
So we should probably go to the hospital, sir. That's something we all want to do.
Oh no, Gary, please. Which one? Not the one. Not the one, Gary.
What? Are you gonna visit her, pal?
No, well, I was kind of thinking about it, if I'm being honest.
Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you?
Not enough heart
Too
to eat
long.
a risotto!
Oh, shut up, Gary. Please,
She
it
looked
was
like
terrible.
she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you, just for a bit, pal.
Just for a smidge.
Let's go let her whip us.
Well, well, I'm going to explain in the car there why that was very troublesome.
Why? I don't understand.
Right, now I'm definitely not going.
Let's say the name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Orange Honey Clinic.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
it's that one.
Christ's
Yeah.
sake. Name sends a fucking chill down my spine. Oh, Christ. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by the Hottie Hospital and say hi.
Yeah, let's go, sir.
Yeah, come on, let's fucking go. Let's get it over with.
March 22nd, Hardy Clinic, Reception. Strap in, folks.
Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Oh,
Yes.
here we are.
Are you here to visit the patient?
Oh, hi. Oh, wait a second, you're...
Yes, I'm Director Hardy.
Why are you still here?
Yes, what is it? Could I help you? You could tell me. Yes.
Director Hardy.
Edgeworth.
Yes, I'm Director Hardy. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes. What is it?
Director. Francisca. How is Francisca von Karma?
You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. Yes, and that thing, that surgeries, it went well.
You have my gratitude.
It looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret.
She looked so pitiful, absolutely terrified. Yes. But I understand him, yes. Her opponent was a guns after all.
Yeah, the pistol holding the pistol.
And when I snuck up on her, real secret like, she would scream really loud.
I don't blame her.
I see.
Ah, but she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, did I cry like a baby. Oh, is. But I think I could get used to it. Ah!
Yeah, you do deserve that.
Slash, boing, bang. Go back to your room.
You're so mean. So mean. Frisky,
Just please, just stop.
But that's ow. Okay.
Get
Okay.
bang!
Yeah.
Great across the face.
It's time for
I've
my
improved it.
eavesdrops. Yes.
Scuttle away like the crab you are. Oh, Jesus. And what are those tulips doing in your hand? Mr. Phoenix, right?
Well, I feel like a right mug now. I knew I shouldn't have come here. Fuck.
No, it's okay. I like tulips. I was just wondering if they're for me or because Edgeworth is also here. I thought I was interrupting. I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder.
How did they get through the padding?
This is all me, baby. It's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time in Germany. I even had full intentions of running the trials this afternoon. This morning. Fuck, I'm still concussed.
And that would have been too much.
Yeah. You look like you were deathly scared until only a few minutes ago.
But I was dragged here by that prosecutor. He even went so far as to grab me by the wrist the whole way here.
Oh, that's not cool.
And it's over the line, is
Well,
what it is.
it was the only course of logical action, given the bullet that was still lodged in your boulder shoulder.
Yes, you grabbed the wrist attached to that shoulder.
But
You made
with
it
me
so
doing
much
so,
worse.
I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made.
Come on.
Big poo. I think I know what deal he's referring to. Oh, I'm knackered. Miss Von Karma. You made a deal with Ms. Andrews yesterday, didn't you?
And it was explained in a very accurate flashback.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, fuck off. You know what I mean.
Sure that I do.
In order to
Delivery
make...
of bats here for a Miss Von Karma?
Oh, yes, just put them in my ward.
In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Ungade, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today, didn't you?
I think you know, but I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof, huh? You have papers? I made a deal like this?
But hang on, you're denying it.
It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix, right? If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over.
All while hiding Miss Andrews' orange own crime.
That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with evidence or not. I only have one objective. To find Ungard guilty of murder. And also to up my workout regime so I really even out these arms. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix, right? The end justifies the means. Say it with me. The
end justifies the means. Ms. Von Karma. Adrian Andrews believed you when you said...
Oh, are we doing the flashback again?
I think so. If you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Ungade will be found guilty.
Do the voice.
If
you don't tell truth of what really happened, then Ungade would be found guilty.
That's Mia.
Is that right?
Is that your
me?
impression of Francisca, Mr. Nick?
Who are you impersonating? Thank you.
I'd have
little
no
child.
idea who I'm impersonating. Who am I impersonating, Gary?
Let's just move on.
Yeah.
And what
What's
does
happening? I was trying to clear up the horses.
Get out of here, Scruffy. Find the bats and look after them. What does that have to do with me, Phoenix?
I thought I was doing Adrian, but I'm not good at impressions. Look, because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end.
She is good at taking what I say on board. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, apparently. That's all.
But you had to know she was...
Boing!
Fuck!
Keep going. I think visiting hours are over here. So, if you'll excuse me, I was shot this morning.
That's fair.
What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off?
Oh, it's probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument.
This fucking guy.
I was winning that argument so much.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Edgeworth. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all.
No, and I'm very sorry for that. Luckily, we'll forget it ever happened in the next game.
You acted like a right bellend.
Yeah. You first.
I mean, I know you knew about Ms. Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far, I mean, Christ almighty.
Ah, but she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright. The courtroom is a garden of judgment.
What a
I'm putting
weird
myself on the
metaphor.
line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. Wake me up! Wake me up inside!
By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in that court today. That's rare for you. Normally you save it for me.
Witness! The card! Give it to me! Direct! Do you have any idea what you have stupidly inadvertently done? Slam! This, I can't believe you hid this from me all this time!
Hey, hard to remember that.
Yeah, it was a lot faster in your head.
That card. What in the world is it?
Brooding noises. You mean this?
Oh, well, that's the one.
Listen, Wright, this is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. And that goes for you as well, 8-year-old child.
But what's a garden?
A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. They exist as soldiers of fortune. If you can find them, and you have need of them.
That's a really long definition.
Yeah, I understand. And also, Pearls, it's got like some pots of flowers in it as well.
Their task is to
There's
find
one
the
in the
owner
courtroom?
of this card. A man called Shelley the Killer. And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin. The best at that.
An assassin? I'm just gonna say that piece of information. Oh, Edgeworth, so who is this Shelley the Killer? Tell me, please.
The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins.
Of course it is.
Long standing?
They never sit. You can't sit if you're
You
killing
wouldn't know
people.
anything about long-standing. You're too short.
So how
Like
are they
Adrian Andrews, she was
assassins
tiny.
if they can't sit?
The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear.
Oh, did it now?
Shelley is the professional name of the third heir to the De Killer name.
So, because his professional name is Shelley, he leaves cards with a shell on them.
I believe it's that simple and that dumb, yes. He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims.
So if his name was Neil, it would just be a picture of someone kneeling. Oh, God.
Why would he do something like that?
Yeah, why would he do that?
We think it's part of his duty to his clients.
His duty. His duty.
If he
I
leaves
guessed
the
that
card,
line.
then his clients could be assured it was he who killed the victim. He's dummy thick, and the police can hear the clap of his ass cheeks as he sneaks away.
The writers really gave up when they got to this
It
bit.
also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients.
I see, apparently.
The Killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else.
Right.
It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience.
I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. called Shelley the fucking killer. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? Do you think so?
It would appear that way. The discovery of this card basically confirms it. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, yes, it's got Shell on it. Shelley the killer, huh? That sounds like utter bullshit.
I noticed something at the trial today.
What'd you notice?
You're pretty dummy thick yourself, right? You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter?
Well, I'm tired. I guess I should just tell him. But maybe I should tell him this, Maya. Maya, she's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want?
An orange acquittal.
I see. I had no idea. Brooding noises. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible. I'll resolve this by tomorrow. That is something I have jurisdiction and power to do.
Why didn't I think of getting a rescue team?
Really?
Yeah, the rescue team, they're great.
Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to...
Find two mice. One voiced by Bob Newhart, one voiced by Zsa Zsa Gabor, yes.
Oh, wow.
They're gonna go down under. Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity.
Mr. Nick?
There's no way you can find her, or Zsa Zsa Gabor, or Bob Newhart. We don't even have a single clue to go on. And where do they live?
Probably Los Angeles, you'd assume.
So to confirm, your logic is we don't have a clue and so we shouldn't try?
Yes, that's exactly it. And there's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. The only way.
Right. Listen,
Edgeworth.
you need to know something. Juan Corrida was killed by Shelley the Killer.
Oh, Christ,
and the
of course
client
it was.
who ordered the job is Matt Ongard, your own client.
Please stop. I can't listen to you. I cannot fucking believe that.
I see. Still an annoying himbo to the end. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this.
Fantastic. What is it? Oh.
What is it? Just to reiterate.
Yeah.
It's an envelope with a piece of paper in it.
Right.
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, and the rescue team, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley the Killer. If you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter.
Right, thank you. Just pop that in my pocket.
In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team.
Chat to the mice, go on.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. Now, if you'll excuse me, I vanish.
God, I love that man.
Mr. Nick? Do you think Mr. Ongarde hired an assassin?
No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock, so surely.
Yeah, I guess not. Maya? No, you.
Please. All I ask is you make it home. Safe and sound.
The date? Question mark. The time? Question mark. The location? I don't know, somewhere.
I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, Let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around.
Why do you even want me to read that out? It's a bunch of nothing.
What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way, I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. What is this thing? An antenna? I guess? And this is a VCR? There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. But what is an antenna doing here? There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey! Looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste, the owl from Animal Crossing?" Oh, I bet this could be a clue. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear? Aw, how cute! But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. Ugh! Locked! Of course! And it doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. Nick was telling me about holes and anyway, if only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there.
In this timeline, Maya hasn't seen the motion picture Scream. Justin?
Oh, the simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering round at will.
Yeah.
It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you.
He is? He's been body shaming me the past, 4 episodes.
For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you.
Ways? You mean?
Deed men tell no tales, is how the saying goes, correct?
Deed?
I'm almost certain I told you in your first meeting I am an ass in.
No way! You're lying. I mean, an ass in?
People are not always who they appear to be.
March 22nd, 704 Pum, Hottie Clinic, reception.
Did I hear something?
Mr. Nick?
Oh, yes, Pearls? Got caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation. Maybe they're accurate, I don't know.
Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know.
I guess for now, I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Ongarde. But I think I should listen to his story one more time.
Oh, yeah. All right.
All right, let's get going too. Come on.
Okay.
Off we pop. Where are we going to go to? Back to the office.
No.
No, all right. See you, Gumby. Gumby? See you, mate.
Gumby!
Gumby!
March 22nd, Detention Center Visitors Room.
I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today.
Oh, shit, we missed them.
Oh.
Get out of here before I drop kick you through the window.
Steady, mate.
But I'm only 8.
Oh,
Means you're more aerodynamic.
I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phénix Wright. My name is on the title of this game, and I'm a lawyer for one of the...
You're Mr. Wright, you say? You match the description I have here. Look for a punk-ass bitch.
Now, steady, who wrote that?
Oh, yeah, there's a message here for you. It's addressed to the punk-ass bitch.
Oh, steady. A message?
It's from Matt Ongarde. Ah, here you are.
What did he write? Is it something really important?
Didn't know he could write.
Mr. Nick, what's a punk-ass bitch?
Oh, never you mind, Pearls. It's a really brave, awesome person. That's what a punk-ass bitch is. Look, I don't know. Well,
Oh, okay.
let's see what it has to say. Pearls, never give in to bullying. That's going to be my advice to you. And let's have a look at this letter here. I'm not too sure what Matt's voice was, so I'm just going to read it as myself. To the lawyer dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden?
Okay, as I'm glaring at you, Mr. Nick.
All right.
Oh, Mr. Wright. So, actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you're gonna drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? You gotta get on the 10, turn on to San Presente, and then ride a Marina Del Rey. Just get out of here. My house is a little ways down from the hotel, alright?
My house is a little way from... All right, there we go.
This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now. Priorities.
Yeah, no, I guess. Just pop that in my pocket in case I forget. A client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. Here we go, off we pop to the office. Sorry, Gumby.
Sorry, bear with me, sir. I'm just trying to work out the order in which we should be travelling.
Gumby's having a lovely time. His eyes go, oh no, we're back.
No, it's not there. Okay.
All right, no, we're going to go back to the office.
You're going to go back to the office?
There we go. I think he's asleep.
He's
having a
asleep,
nice
is
dream,
he?
whatever he is, yeah.
Maybe if we go here?
Oh, back here?
No, that's not helping.
No, we're not going back there.
It's
Oh,
walking
you're
through light to
finally
me.
back from my frittatas.
Oh, it's down the street from the hotel.
Oh,
Ah, here we go.
March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, hotel lobby.
All right now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake.
Rope.
Oh, shit.
You shall not.
Yo, oh, was that me? I don't know who this is.
Get the fuck out of here!
Christ, it's Ms. Aubergé and some assassin.
Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gas! You're sparky-headed! I'm so sorry, I don't know what's come over me. You're just sparky-headed and a shithead.
What were you going to say?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Look at me, I'm a picture of innocence. an old piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised. Or something else more valuable, like a Fabergé egg. But it's all your fault. You've awakened the wild beast within. You can't see it because it's behind frosted glass.
Ah, Miss Aubergé.
Keep your hands off me, child, or I'll show you my
I didn't
teeth.
touch you.
This helmet is airtight. No air's getting in. No air gets out.
Carbon dioxide? Hang on. What does your helmet have to do with anything?
It's filled with water. I've got gills. Don't think you can
Oh.
get me to move with silly questions. You're gonna have to defeat me if you want to get by.
I'm not hearing this. Take your helmet off.
I
Give her a-
simply won't.
Let's give her a present. Maybe she'll take her helmet off if I do
I
that.
can be bribed, yes.
Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Aubergé, if you would look at...
I can't see fucking anything, mate. What? What, you want me to look at this worse? What is it? I can't see. You're going to have to cram this little helmet off me. Oh, my God. Edgy Poo.
That's my term of endearment for him. Oh, is that a perfume? Ferome d'Amour, I smell. Oh, shudder to think.
Pheromone d'amour, for the woman
That's
who
the
does not
one.
understand subtlety.
Gave up in year 9 French. Should have stayed on. Quite like it.
Well, let's see it, shall we? Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth. Fucking hell.
Yours truly?
Hey, that man's good at flattery, isn't he? Look at me teeth.
He is.
Oh, fine, all right. But only because Edgy Poo said so. You understand? You're getting through on Edgy Poo.
Right-yo, Mrs. O.
I've just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad, and I won't be letting you off the hook.
Hate it on the hook.
It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
Not as strong as mine. That may be. But you know, nothing's going to come of it. Absolutely nothing. It won't happen. Sorry.
You're getting very defensive, Mr. Nick.
Sorry,
And that's
sorry.
really mean. Feelings are meant to be told and shared, but maybe not with an entire courtroom.
Oh. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. God, maybe it's the ink I've got on there. Oh, so anyway, let's continue off into our investigation.
Okay.
I told you to fuck off earlier.
What? Hang on, what now? We're minding our own business.
Hey, fucking shut your mouth. It's one little thing before I forget it.
Go on.
Right, you can't go into On Guard's room today.
Why not? Sorry, pal.
It's being refurbished.
Why not?
Police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day. You hear?
All right, so they've got an investigation team, they've got a rescue team.
Yeah.
They're both in there at the moment, actually.
R-E-S-C-U-E, rescue a society.
I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer. I wonder.
We have to investigate the killer to find out who did the murder.
So now go in there, set one foot in there, and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Aubergé.
She just jumped through a wall, leaving a perfect outline of her own body.
Jesus, she didn't even smash the glass on her head.
March 22nd, Unguard Mansion, living room.
Sure is dark.
Gary, do you have to turn on the light switch? Oh, you
Certainly.
know what? Forget it. I'll go turn on the light switch.
I've got it.
It's not a clapper, Gary.
I got it.
Thank you, Pearl. Wow. So this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Shoo, the kitty cat.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the most age-appropriate thing I've said in this whole story. Shoo.
So I guess this is Shoo, and Shoo speaks. Hello, Shoo.
Hello, Shoo.
The cat seems to like pearls.
That cat's the most likable character in this whole fucking game.
Even better than the bird. The parrot, rather. Or the same
Justin!
thing.
Pardon me. May I help you with something, mister?
We're lawyers, actually. I'm Mr. Ungarde's lawyer.
The masters. Then you must be Mr. Right.
Yes.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe.
That sounds plausible.
Very plausible indeed.
Nice to meet you, John Doe.
Nobody asked you, Shoo.
Harry!
Sorry, I'm not allergic or anything. I just hate them.
Well, let's talk to him. Let's talk to John Doe with a zip on his face. Look, you
Ask
must
me
know.
anything.
You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Ungarde, right?
Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a fool deed as murder.
And anything else?
No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs.
How typically butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence?
Oh, well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year.
And anything else?
No, not especially.
Have you said this before?
I have a compulsive need to say it. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs.
Can you speed this up, sir? I'm dying for a piss.
Right,
No!
You know, I would have thought Mr. Ungarde the kind to have maid over a butler. Right, come here, Shoo. Right, that's a very cute cat I've got here in my hands.
It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shoo, not like that.
Right.
Oh,
And anything else?
no, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat.
Well, then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore.
Probably not.
Just pop that in me
Yo.
scrap it on the floor. You're right, Shoo.
Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now.
Oh. We should probably get going ourselves, shouldn't we, Pearls?
So young, and yet already so accomplished. A master of law.
Oh, sorry, you're being serious.
Right in my ear. But there was also a lot to be proud of in being a butler, in charge of the house and all.
You patronising fuck. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be.
That sounds very foreshadowing.
Yeah, especially because he was pressing his nose up against your nose when he said
really,
it.
Yeah.
No, if you'll excuse me, I have more arc words to deliver.
Did you have a Marmite on toast this morning? Oh, hello,
Nobody
Shu.
gives a shit, Shu!
Gary!
Oh.
I'm sorry, I just hate that cat. I don't know why.
What did Shu ever do to you?
We can tell them you.
God, pick up your Casio 4X.
We're back in the hotel,
come
sir.
on.
There's a lot
Right.
of people to talk to, so I say that we have a good long think about our course of action. For
How
us,
long should we think about it?
I don't know, about a week.
Yeah, go on.
Sounds good to me. And that is it for this week's La Théâtre de Phénix. Thank you all for joining us for this exciting adventure. If you can hold off on bouncing from the stream just yet, it's time for our digital round of applause for all of our incredible cast, where people will have plugs to give away. Plugs to give away? I've got some bath plugs to give away. Let's start with our Phénix. God, everyone's tired. Let's start with our Phénix. Scott Oswald, your plugs, please.
Hello, everyone. My plug is going to be the plug I think you're going to give at the end, Chaz.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, there we go. That's going to be
Fair
it.
enough.
So wait and see.
We saw the return of Maya Fey. Yay! A flash of Maya Fey. Hannah Raymond Cox, we've missed you.
Hey, I'm back. It's good to be back. I guess my plug is please follow me on Twitter at Colour Out Loud. what the fuck? CHALLAH out loud, because I'm Jewish and I like bread and I like puns. And you will see a bunch of video game and like TTRPG and poetry stuff coming down the line. And yeah, I've got some projects coming out super soon, so do follow me there to hear more about them.
Awesome sauce. Where we go to next? How about the incredible, a real tour de force this week? Absolute tour de force performance as both Adrian Andrews and our understudy Pearl, Anna
Physics
Fordham,
stopped.
knocked it out.
I mean, that was a lot, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously the plugs you're going to give, I wholeheartedly support. But also, like, I just want to say, be nice to yourselves. It's lockdown 2.0. Like, have a glass of red or a nice sort of soda water, a Fentimans ginger beer. Run yourself a bath. Like,
oh, I'm gonna have a bath.
And use the helplines if you need them. Just like, be nice to yourselves, please.
Absolutely. Rosanna Super came in. She didn't need to. I did an incredible performance as Franziska von Karma, but she came in anyway and knocked it out of the park as old bag. Your plugs, please.
That was the first half was Franziska von Karma, total landscaping, and then I was able to pick things up in the second half. I have no plugs. That's a fucking lie. There's a musical called Lesbian Space Crime, which is going to be at the Golden Goose Theatre in fucking February next year. We've just been given a run of lesbian space crime. So we're going to make that, and it's going to be dope as hell. Just keep that phrase in your mind. Hey, discuss it with your friends. What could it mean? More info coming soon.
We also had Gumshoe going full Warburton this time, thanks to our understudy Alex Dowding. Alex, your plugs, please.
Hello. Yeah, I mean, doing the best I can. yeah, plugs again, similar to Anna. I've got nothing to plug myself. It's just going to be, lockdown. You know, we're going to lock down to Electric Avenue. Infection rates are higher, and everyone's going to be suffering. So donate to things like Calm, ring them up. Another good one is Mind, Samaritans as well. They're not just for when you're in crisis. They're actually quite good for when you're just feeling a little bit low and want to have a bit of a chat. So use them. They're all brilliant. And yeah, look after yourself. Have a glass of white. Maybe run yourself a shower. I'm just trying to do things concurrent to Anna's now, parallel but not quite. Yeah, just look after each other. Check in with your mates because everyone's having a bit of a tough time right now. So just look after one another.
And certain members of our cast had to bounce during the interval, but we just want to show our appreciation for Luke Rollison as our understudy judge. Wonderful stuff. And where would we be without Louise Beresford as Mia Fey? Holy shit. Always funny. And last but certainly not least, as the killer, first name Shelley, as established in this session, Justin Wells. Justin, your plugs, please.
I haven't really thought this far ahead. I'm going to be running a stream of a D&D 5e adventure with what's it fucking called? Roll Together. That's right. In December, I'm going to be doing that. It's called Vile Shadows and Honey Smile. So come and watch that if you care to. Other than that,
I'm actually in that.
Yeah. Anna is actually in that. So come and watch me. Come and watch me run that. Other than that, I'm not really doing much at the moment, so I have little else to plug. So, but I will reiterate the general kind of theme of things of take care of yourselves. This is a hard time for all of us, and just as a general kind of political statement, just don't act towards people who have the bad things as they have in this show. You know, just don't do that. It's the bad. That's
on that final point. Before I do my general stream plugs, I knew going into this that these games haven't aged great. I am holding them to a relatively high standard, considering they originally came out in 2002. They should know better than to have that discourse around mental health. So, as means of an apology for everybody, I did try to post a content warning at the start of the stream, but as means of an apology, you can go to my Twitter to see confirmation of this. I have donated £40 to Calm, the campaign against living miserably, and I will continue to donate to Calm for as many weeks as this case is being covered. Also, if you have been affected by everything, I have got a link for you, which gives you a big list of all of the different organizations and helplines that you can reach out to. This is a rough time, as many people have said, so let's try and enjoy the silliness when we can. Like an assassin who leaves a card that has a picture alluding to his first name. So treat yourself right, have a glass of rosé, dive headfirst into a jacuzzi, and just be generally nice to yourself. So, general plugs. This is my Twitch stream. If you haven't subscribed or followed, now is a great time to do so. I have 7 subscribers. Yay! And I also have 145 followers. We're so close to 150. We're so close. We're nearly there. So, streams I'm doing. Tomorrow afternoon is Fitness Thursdays. That's 1 p.m. I'm playing through Ring Fit Adventure. I wear exercise clothes. It's a lot of fun for everyone. It's mainly me complaining about Ring Fit Adventure making me exercise. On Saturdays at 8 p.m. is game night, in which I just play some games. 8 p.m. just play some games that are big right now. So first half is Fall Guys. Second half is Dead by Daylight. I always have a really good time playing that. And on Sunday afternoons is Superhero Sundays, where I'm playing through a lot of superhero games. I'm currently playing through Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, that absolute classic. And yes, Moon Knight is on my team. I don't know why you would ask such a pointless question. And also, if you haven't followed me on Twitter, now's a great time to do so, at ChazRedhead. I might be announcing a possible Monday stream soon, once all of that dealio is done. I may also be releasing a podcast by the end of the year. So Hey, there's a follow. Nice. Always lovely to get a follow at the tail end of a stream. But yes. So stay tuned for more information about that. I think I've spoken to you long enough. Oh, one thing I should say. YouTube. I nearly forgot the YouTube. All of the previous episodes of La Théâtre de Phénix are available on YouTube. So if you want to go back and watch some previous episodes, treat yourself. Right. That is everything now. Thank you so much for joining us. Be cute to yourself, all right? There is no one like you. And that's fucking brilliant. Have a good night, everyone.